Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Welcome back, everyone. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, coffee, and more. Well, welcome back, Papa's Posse. It's Papa's Comic Books, coffee, and more. And today we have The Avengers, number 264, 75 cents from 1986. Title of the story, Stings and Sorrows by Roger Stern and John Buscema. Now, don't forget, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and this is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Let's see what's happening. In an underground laboratory hidden beneath New York Avengers Mansion, a hint of ozone tints the air. How much longer, Dane? Just a few more seconds, Wasp. There, the calibrations are complete. We're ready to begin your power run. Uh-oh. Power run. Okay, commence shrinking now. If it'll make you happy, Dane. But really, a power run? You make me sound like a Porsche being road tested. Please concentrate on getting through the obstacle course. Oh, all right. This is a piece of cake compared to, say, threading through Bloomingdale's during spring sales. Say, were you insinuating that I can't talk and concentrate at the same time? No, Jan. It's just that... I should hope not. I'd expect such a remark from Hercules, but not from you. Now, let's see. Next, you want me to pit my strength against the test rod, right? Yes, but don't strain yourself too much. I just want to see how much force you can easily exert at that size. Is this good enough? And she bends it. Is that good enough? I'll say it is. You just bent a 2-inch diameter steel bar, nearly 2-inch, well, more than 2 inches, nearly double, and had an idea you could do that. Well, I couldn't always, but a couple of years ago, my ex-husband Hank Pym modified my powers so that my strength is boosted as I shrink. I just don't know it off so much. I just don't show it off so much. It's more efficient to zap an opponent with my sting than to rip his arm off. Less messy, too. Interesting printout. Yes, it looks like your body chemistry is adapted to your wasp powers better than even Dr. Pimp anticipated. How so? There's been a subtle molecular change in some of the bioengineered cells that Pym first implanted to give you wings and antennae when you shrank to the size of an insect. The antenna cells eventually failed, but the wing cells have multiplied. The growth's been so gradual you haven't noticed it. But look at yourself. You're fully winged at 1 foot tall. Oh my. Bet that ever since I became an Avengers chairwoman, I've been subconsciously making myself a little bigger so I could be better seen and heard. If my figures are correct, you should be able to keep your wings and fly at even larger sizes. I can? How large? If you'll land on the sensor grid, we'll see if we can find out. While I monitor your vital signs, I want you to slowly will yourself to grow. That's it. Slowly, slowly. Hold it. That's your maximum wing size. This is nearly a full height, a foot shorter to be exact. But can you fly with Nestle's Quick? Can you fly with Nestle's Quick? I can. This is wonderful. Careful, Jan. Flying around indoors will be tricky until you get used to the wider wingspan. Of course, you probably won't be able to fly as fast as you do when you're smaller. We'll have to run some more tests. No, you don't. It's a perfectly beautiful day, and I don't spend one more minute cooped up in here. Did I say now? I can test you later. Go on, have fun. Well, I never. A scientist who isn't stuffy. You're one of a kind, Dane Whitman. Thanks. Jan, how about we celebrate your new power over dinner? Sounds lovely. Why don't we meet at Trader Vic's around 8? Sure, I'll make the reservations. You're a doll. Ciao. So, I'm a doll, huh? And one of a kind. Those are the nicest things any woman said about me in a long time. A long, long time. And then seconds later, Oh, this is ecstasy. No more flitting through the giant world and no more dodging birds from now on. They'll have to get out of my way. Whee! But while Janet Van Dyne gleefully buzzes Central Park, a nondescript van idles at a curbside on a side street next to the Avengers Fifth Avenue mansion. Here's where I find out whether or not my last 3 months' work has been a waste. Excuse me. There's a brief electromagnetic discharge from the helmet the driver dons. The discharge mimicked instantly by another helmet locked away deep within the mansion, the cybernetic helmet worn by Dr. Henry Pym when he was the Avenger known as Yellow Jacket. The discharge crackles through the tiny storage locker, probing every inch, its power lingering over the bolts of the three specially encoded electromagnetic locks until those bolts pop open. Wild energies play across the proud uniform, which hangs alongside the helmet, switching on hidden power packs, activating scores of microcircuits woven throughout the fabric. Epaulette wings vibrate, giving the clothing an eerie semblance of life. The twitching uniform flops from the hook, falling across the helmet, which electronically locks itself into place. And then, like some macabre marionette, Yellow Jacket uniform really begins to move. The helmet's peripheral vision goggles glow as the thrumming artificial wings propel the uniform out of the storage room. While one floor away, I'd better get in a little sword practice this afternoon. My scientific expertise may help the Avengers. But when we're called to battle, they need my good right arm and the enchanted ebony blade of the Black Knight. I wonder what my old physics professor would say if he knew that his problem pupil had acquired a magic sword. Indigo bots, no. It's hard for me to believe sometimes. Certainly there were plenty of times I wish I'd never laid eyes on my sword, but never become linked to its enchantment or its curse. That curse led me to the 12th century, where I wasted 5 years of my life fighting in the bloody crusades. And after I finally returned to the present, the sword drove me to the battle of my old ally, Dr. Strange, until Doc helped me break the curse and regain my sanity. But to think that after 20 years of scientific study, I would wind up with a crazy mystical bond to the ancient ancestors' sword. Weird, lost in thought. The Black Knight does not notice the oddly flopping form which passes in his lab. And others, that's it, Hercules. Hold it right there. That's perfect. I appreciate this and don't know how I'll repay you and the other Avengers for all the help and hospitality you've extended to my family. It's our honor to aid the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards. I must confess, though, these devices you designed mystify me. Galtar and the Jetson. Dun, 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 dun. Well, this particular model, or module, is an amplifying component for the cosmic emission detection web, which the Black Knight devised to trace the Beyonder. We'll all sleep a lot easier if we can keep track of his escapades. Upon that I can agree. There be all too many strange comings and goings round here for the son of Zeus. And shortly in the mansion's kitchen, a picture-perfect batch of Toll House cookies, if I do say so myself. Of course, the true worth of such morsels can be judged only in the tasting. So, and what are we up to this fine afternoon, Master Franklin? I'm drawing Uncle Jarvis. Well, do you think you could be interrupted long enough to try a cookie or two? Oh boy, yeah. Mind you, not a word to this to your mother. And the Yellow Jacket still escapes. Unnoticed by the Avengers, Butler, and Franklin Richards, the eerie shape streaks over the wall and into the waiting van. I did it! I actually boosted Henry Pym's old Yellow Jacket outfit from Avengers Mansion. Right under the noses of those Super Boy Scouts. Oh, baby. And if I can get away with this, there won't be nothing I can't do. Meanwhile, in the mansion's second-floor study, so this is what has become of the mighty Submariner. Forced to give up the throne of Atlantis, dwelling here in the land of my father among beings who once were my mightiest foes. I have become an Avenger, an honor to be certain. But will that honor be enough What will be the world's reaction when my presence here becomes common knowledge? Oh, excuse me. I didn't know anyone was in here. That's quite all right, please. Come in, Susan. Truth to tell, ever since the wasp told me you were residing here, I had been hoping our paths would cross. She's more beautiful each time we meet. I still recall the day I first laid eyes on her. Well, here's a prize worth catching. You're the loveliest human I've ever seen, if you will be my bride. As the invisible girl, she was well named. Hers was a girlish beauty then. It has since blossomed into something such more greater. Namor. My pardon, Susan. I was lost in thought. Mommy, look. What is it, Franklin? I drew a picture of you and me and Daddy going to the Rumpy Myers for ice cream, see? That's very good, dear. I think we should show this to your father and go to Rumpy Myers. We'll see. I should be going, Susan. Perhaps we'll talk another day. Perhaps. And in New Orleans, get those other hoses up here. Come on, move it. We're coming to you live from the scene of the worst fire to hit the warehouse district in over a decade. City firefighters are valiantly battling to save the block, but we've just received word that a fireman is down, trapped somewhere in the blazing inferno. Forget it, Frank. You're never going to budge that beam. You and Huey, get your tails out of here. You just stop that kind of talk, Jamie. You hear? Frankie never left a man behind yet, and I ain't going to start now. And at that moment, unseen by the crowd below, Captain Marvel streaks across the Louisiana skies. It's even worse than it looked on TV. And if I know Daddy, he's right in the thick of it. Swiftly finding the crew with the pinned firefighter, the Golden Avenger turns her living energy into a thin laser beam. Hang on, Jamie. I think we're going to have you free real soon. How is he? Nothing broken, but he's swallowed a lot of smoke. From the sounds of things, so have you, Daddy. Follow me. I'll lead you out. Is there anything more I can do, Chief? No, the fire's under control now, Captain Marvel. I want to thank you. If you hadn't shown up, I'd have lost at least one good man and maybe two or three. Don't mention it. I'm just glad I was in town and able to help. Look at her. She's sure something, isn't she, Lieutenant Rambo? She sure is, Joey. She surely is. That's his daughter. And moments later, in the back room of the certain French Quarter seamstress shop, and the blaze has at last been contained, following the successful rescue of trapped smoke eater, aided by a timely appearance of the famed New York Avenger Captain Marvel. Thank heaven she got there in time. Well, I am as fast as light, Mama. Monica, your father? How's? Daddy's fine, Mama. He wasn't the one who was trapped. He was just working to free that man. You shouldn't worry so. Baby, I try not to, but ever since that time Frank was trapped in the awful church fire, well, I'm just glad you were able to help him today. I'm glad too, Mama. But how the dickens did you get in here? I didn't see you come in. I entered invisibly, and infrared energy, after all. We don't want people to know that an Avenger is your favorite customer. That reminds me, your new dress is ready. Go try it on. Mama, I understand how you feel. I worry about Daddy too, and about my teammates in the Avengers, but I can't let worries run our lives. You're right, dear, but that's not easy with a Superman and a superhero in the family. So much can happen. Yes, that's true. So much does happen, and so quickly. I've already seen a lot of transition in the Avengers, Captain America, the Wasp, and I have really been the constants in the changing team. Cap and Jan have been such good friends to me. I think I could just trust them with anything. The Black Knight, too. Just a few days ago, I was on the verge of sharing my civilian identity with the Avengers, but now, since the Submariner joined us, I'm not sure I should. Come to think of it, could Hercules be trusted to keep my identity a secret? I suppose I could tell just Cap and Jan and Dane, but Monica, you're awfully quiet back there. What's wrong? Nothing, Mama. The dress fits perfectly. How about we collect Daddy and take him out to dinner? My treat. You sure he gets awfully hungry after a fire? So do I. Must run in the blood. And then while in New York, drat, the afternoon's fading already. I better hurry back, hurry home and change, or I'll never make dinner at 8. And so the wasp shoots westward, little realizing that her turn has carried her away from her chance of encounter with another Avenger, Captain America. I've received some strange calls since I set up a nationwide toll-free number for people to reach me, but this afternoon's call tops them all, Captain America. It was just a matter of time before an old enemy used my phone service. Still, I never expected to get an offer like this. It could be a trap, but it's so bizarre, I just have to check it out. Soon over New Jersey's Palisades Parkway. Maybe I'm a little slower at this size, but this still beats playing bumper to bumper. In that traffic, you can get G.I. Joe on a video cassette. Ooh, doggies. Home again. Jigs, jigs. Now for a quick shower. And hey, what's that van doing by the side of the house? That's not my housekeeper's besides. It's his day off. That wing house, Hank's old lab, methinks I should take a closer look on the small and sneaky side. If someone is trying to pull a fast one, they'll soon... Oh my God! One of Hank's old yellow jacket uniforms ripped to shreds. All the interwoven circuitry has been torn out of it. But who would... As if in answer, the van door suddenly swings open and, oh no! It's Marvel Supermart. Oh no! Uh-oh. How dare you break into my home? And how dare you dress that way? You've been raiding my father's husband's lab, my former husband's lab, haven't you? And did you evade my security system? And where'd you get that outfit? I want straight answers or I'll... Ooh, flying around Manhattan all afternoon. I must have taken more out of me than I did. I realized, after all, using all the energy, my body wasn't ready for a rapid growth. You don't look so hot, lady. Too bad. She has a disruptus thing, just like Hank's. I managed to shrink under it, but if I can't get out of here in the next few seconds, Baka-boom! These built-in blasters take getting used to. I hadn't planned to ignite the gas tanks like that. A brand new van blown to the devil. Ah, well, stealing another will be easy for the new yellow jacket. Ha ha! Calling yourself that was a big mistake. Because you can see Frankenstein on TV. You're big, and flying. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Shut up. You're just lucky I didn't take your arm off with that sting. Don't tempt me. I've got to get out of here. I'm not ready to tackle an Avenger, especially one as mad as her. Blast, that must be one of Hank's old uniforms. She modified. Nothing else could have whisked her away from me so fast. I'm too wasted to catch her at this size. But if I get small again, yes, I feel much stronger now and faster. All right, Ms. Yellow Jacket, I'll teach you not to steal my Hank's name. Everything's going wrong. Left arm still so numb. I can hardly use it, and she's gaining on me. I can't let her catch me. There's still one trick I haven't tried. I don't want to do it, but I have no choice. Where'd she go? The helmet of hers. Hank wore one like it when he was Giant Man. I'll bet it has size control cybernetics. Great. If she shrunk, I may never find her in this tall grass. Good grief. She's hysterical. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Sneak. For pity's sake, get hold of yourself. First time you've ever shrunk? Big. Everything's so big. It's Hank's old design, all right. Here's the manual override control. There. Back to normal. Care to try anything now? No. I give up. That's the first smart thing you've done. Who are you? And where'd you get this gear you're wearing? I don't have to say anything. I want a lawyer. And then shortly, I'm betting we turn up a name and a record for our Jane Doe. Within 24 hours, we'll help you inform Miss Van Dyke. Thank you, Sergeant. She looks pretty hard-boiled now. What made her freak out? She just couldn't adjust to being small. Not everyone can. That's an advantage I have. Advantage? 5'4" is the biggest I get. I've been small my life. But you must excuse me, Sergeant. I have to dress for dinner. Oh, no. Well, that was The Avengers, number 264, from 1986, Stings and Sorrows. Hope you enjoyed that little reading. Now, don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, as Papa and all the Avengers always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa